What is up, guys? I've got Saturday's upload for you all, and it is against a good friend of mine, Stevethemage123. Always a he's a good guy. I love him. He's a crazy mofo. He doesn't upload videos yet, perhaps, maybe, sir. I don't know. I think you should. But anyway, I'm not going to be able to get the team preview up for you guys this time around just because we played via the PO server on PO. And, yeah, so, as we all know, and, as we all know on the PO server, you can't look at the actual teams. But pretty much, he brought a standard UU team. I brought a, kind of a grab bag thing. I wanted to try out a, Agility Ampharos. Yeah, it was a pretty cool match, you know, it was very close. In fact, I think had it not been for min or max damage, it could have gone either way, you know? But other than that, let us get this match rocking and rolling right about now. Alright, so he's going to lead off with this Moltres, I lead off with my Fortress, and I'm just like, well, crap, this is awful. So I got to switch out, bringing Gastrodon, as he goes for the substitute, so I'm just like, oh, please don't have Toxic Server, please, please. And he doesn't, he just has Air Slash, which is, yeah, doesn't do that much, but this Moltres is going to be a pain in the butt, let me tell you, okay? This thing is going to be a massive pain. So he's going to keep on Air Slashing as I try and recover off all the damage he's doing to me. And pretty much, I'm just attempting to break his sub some way, shape, or form. So he sets up another sub, which is like, well, perfect, but he does, as you can see, that doesn't really happen. I go for the Ice Beam and endeavor to break it, thankfully I do, but he's just obviously going to go for another one, and I'm just like, well, crap, this is not doing anything, because as you can see, my Ice Beam doesn't even take out, one Ice Beam doesn't even take out a sub, and pretty much he's just going to keep getting back up to full, so I'm like, okay, I gotta do something about this. So I bring in Dragonite, and he's going to go for another Air Slash, yada yada yada, same old song and dance, I guess. He's going to go for the Fire Blast and miss, and I'm just like, oh, that's convenient, I guess. So I sub up, I'm going to roost off all the damage he does, except he's going to break my sub, which is fantastic. Thankfully, my Dragon Tail does break his sub, so what I'm hoping he'll do is switch out into something else. If he goes for the Fire Blast, thank God he doesn't set up another sub, or else I could have been in huge trouble, because if, I don't know, Dragon Tail would have just... Thank God Dragon Tail knocked him out. Let's just leave it at that. But Donphan comes in, I'm just like, well, hopefully he won't Ice Shard me, and thankfully he doesn't. Instead, he just sets up rocks, which, to be honest, this team doesn't really mind rocks too much, especially because I got that Fortress with the Rapid Spin. So he's going to go for an Ice Shard as I bring in Fortress once more. That's going to do jack squat to me, thank God. So I switch out, bring in my Gastro once more. Hopefully in the... Why do I bring in Gastrodon here? That's quite bizarro, I guess. But he brings in Suicune, and I'm just like, you son of a gun, man. Like, he brought a lot of stuff I just hate facing in UU on his team, but he's like running different sets because he likes being creative, and I approve that. But he's gonna toxic me, I toxic him, so it's like reciprocal toxic damage. I want to save Ampharos for later because I know he's gonna be really useful later on. So I switch into Ampharos, hoping I can do something with it, but he just rewards me as I send in my Dragonite. And yeah, so he's going to keep getting that lefties. He's going to toxic my Dragonite, which is just like, well, freaking great. So I sub, but now that I got two of my walls who are toxic at the moment, this put me in quite a pickle, to say the least. So I'm going to roost off the damage, get back up to full as he goes for the roar, and I'm going to get swapped back into Fortress, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. La, la, la. So in comes Moltres as I set up my rocks, or do I set up rocks? Yeah, I set up rocks here. That way I can limit his number of times his Moltres can switch in, thank goodness. So he's going to go for a Fire Blast, as I predict something other than that. I Rapid Spin, blow away his rocks, which is awesome. He misses the Fire Blast, so I'm like, maybe he won't go for another, maybe he'll overpredict, but he doesn't, and that takes me out. Lickety Split, which is just like, oh, great. But thankfully at least I have one layer of entry hazards up, which is pretty good. So I send in Ampharos. I'm going to set up an Agility as he subs, and I'm just like, ugh, God, Bob Saget, ugh. This Moltres is such a pain, you have no idea, oh my God. So I T-Bolt as he Fire Blast, and that does a metric crap ton. Seriously, that does so much damage, oh my God. Later he told me that he was max HP, max special attack Mahis, I think. So I go for the HP Ice, predicting the switch back into Donphan, as unfortunately doesn't kill. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Oh my... I bring in Conch Elder, and I'm going to Mach Punch him. That's going to take him out, thank God. So thankfully that thing is just done. as he brings in, but now he brings in Septa. I'm just like, well, I'm not keeping him in on that, because I know if he goes for the Leaf Storm and or other special move, it's going to do a lot of damage, and Conkeldurr pretty much saved me the match in this case. So yeah, so I bring in Dragonite, and he's going to switch out, bring in Clefable, and I'm just like, as pretty much he goes for the Cosmic Power. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Oh my god! Why are you Cosmic Power? Like, I despise anything that does Cosmic Power, whether it be Jirachi, Sigilif, or freaking Clefable, man. I hate Cosmic Power so much. My least favorite move in the entire game to go up against. Thankfully, because of Dragon Tail, I can phase him out. I'm just gonna go all trigger happy with Dragon Tail right here, because I've got a sub up. I might as well do something about it. So yeah, thankfully, Dragonite's doing a little bit of work here and there. He goes for the HP Ice. I'm just like, oh, crumpets and biscuits and gravy. This really blows. So I'm like, okay, well, I can either roost out the damage, and which I do in this case, and he's just gonna HP Ice me again, take me out. I'm just like, whatever. I mean, Dragonite pretty much fulfilled its purpose, because I think I can pretty much do everything I can in my power now. Thankfully, Victini's gonna help me out a lot here as I just obliterate him with the V-Create. Oh my god, I love Victini so much. And, oh, by the way, this isn't like a typical Bandit set. This is the Choice Scarf Final Gambit set that I personally love. I love that set so much. It's so good. Anyway, Flygon comes in. He's going to Earthquake me. This reveals that he's Scarf, because it would have done a lot more had he been, like, Bandit or something like that. So, thank goodness. So, I'm going to switch out, bring in Conkeldurr, predicting the switch into Clefable, and I'm just like, okay, here we go. Here we go. He's going to Tox me, and this, actually, I'm an idiot here because I don't have Guts on this thing. I forgot to put Guts on this. I put Sheer Force, which, had I had Guts, I could have easily just torn him a new butthole right from this point forward. Thankfully, I'm just going to Drain Punch his butt. Doesn't kill because Cosmic Power is annoying and such. But thankfully, I can just kill him off with a Mach Punch next turn. So yeah, down goes Clefable, and I'm just like, screw you, get the heck out of here, you son of a gun. So yeah, so in comes Suicune, and I'm like, okay, I can easily take this thing out with a Mach Punch as well, because, you know, it's freaking Conkeldurr. I'm going to do a lot of damage with a Bulk Up. You know, Bulk Up +1. Had I had Guts, it would have done a lot more. And this is where me having Guts would have really paid off here, because this Mach Punch does, like, it does a little bit under half, but had I had Guts, it would have done a lot more. Like, probably would have brought in killing range, which would have been very nice. So, I'm going to bring in Victini as he goes for another Outrage. It doesn't do that much, thank God. I just U-turn. Why do I U-turn? I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because I was afraid, like, a Zen Headbutt wouldn't kill it. And I'm just like, I don't want to risk it. But he brings in Flygon he switches out, brings in Moltres, and I'm just like, okay, please kill with an Ice Beam. And it does. And I'm just like, oh, hallelujah. Oh, God, thank goodness. Like, that Moltres is such a pain in the butt. But here is where it's crucial, man. Because he goes for the Outrage, brings me down to, I think it's like 1%. And, yeah, that pretty much shields me the game. I'm almost positive that was min damage, though. That had to have been min damage, because had it been Max, he would have beaten me right there and then with the Flygon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of went over a little bit, but great game, Stevethemage123. I really enjoyed it. Oh god, that Moltres, man, freaking MVP of your freaking team right there. But that is how a good match plays out, you know? You get like a good grab bag of mixes. It's not like typical OU whoring, that kind of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy like bringing in like an OU, like I enjoy whoring from time to time, but like it reaches a point where it just gets boring, you know? And I'm glad like me and him like understand like, okay, like we want to like test out other things, like see how they fare. And yeah, and like when stuff like that happens, it just turns out to be so much better of a match. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. You can rate, comment, subscribe. And yeah, this is pretty much Infinite Trials here saying rate, comment, sub, and peace out, yo.